So today I'm going to make a video that I honestly was kind of going back and forth on if I even wanted to make, because it's a bummer. And I'm also going back and forth on whether or not I'm going to cuss in this video, so we'll see. But if I do end up cussing, this is a warning, especially to my grandma. I'm sorry that I may be cussing in this video. I will say all of the words if I do cuss in this video. I am sorry. So this is a video about monetization. This is a video about bad algorithms. This is a video about YouTube, and this is a video about fake content ID flagging. If you don't know, content ID is a system that is used predominantly, or maybe only, on YouTube, where artists and musicians and copyright holders are able to essentially put their work into a system that then uses an algorithm to detect if that work is used in a video. If the algorithm detects that the work is used in a video, it is up to the content or copyright holder's discretion, but all of the money from that video may go to the copyright holder for the work referenced. They may choose to split it. They may choose to exempt it. Some examples of where this is appropriately used are in cover songs or taking other people's music, using it in your video without their permission. The content ID system, when working properly, allows those people to make money from their work. And if you do have permission, for example, the time I made a video walking around Portland where I used my friend's Fellow Hollow, their album, I used a few songs from their album. They gave me permission, they like whitelisted the songs or whitelisted my channel, and then I was able to use their songs without paying them money. Although I will definitely pay them money if that video ever makes money, but I think right now it's made like $4. So in an ideal world, Content ID is an interesting system because it allows you to get paid for your work and allows others to use your work, or it allows you to tell people to stop using your work if it works. But the thing about Content ID is it's like one of the granddaddies of shitty AI. It's one of the granddaddies of bad algorithms, and it is a non-human system that has very serious flaws. So a couple of weeks ago, I put out this video. This is a video about Ableton Live 12. I think it's Ableton Live 12 is okay, but Meld is cool or something like that. It is a 32-minute video, almost 33-minute video. And during the later portion of the video, basically minute 25 to 26:31, I made a beat from scratch. I made a beat from scratch using Ableton 12 on this very computer. And while processing the video for the first time ever, the Content ID system flagged the beat I'd created from scratch as someone else's beat. Now YouTube was gonna do the kindness of letting me make half of the money of the video, but because they detected someone else's song in a beat that I made from scratch, playing a very simple trap beat, real time on a keyboard, because they detected someone else's beat, they now wanna give them half of the revenue that this 33-minute video made, because this person who has nothing to do with my video, whose song has nothing to do with the beat I made, was flagged by a shitty broken system, and then it tagged their work, to my improvised different song. Now when I played this section of the video, and I'm not gonna do this because I don't wanna get this video demonetized, but if you go to minute 25 of this video, I start playing a very simple beat. You can then listen to Run It Up Instrumental by Atlanta Prin. If you listen to their instrumental, you'll notice it is a very basic trap beat with a very basic kick, snare, hi-hat, and bass situation going on. I don't have a problem with the basic beat. I like to make basic beats on camera all the time, but the difference between me and Atlanta Prin is I would never try to take someone else's money for also making a basic beat on camera. So here's why I'm mad at Atlanta Prin, and why I'm mad at YouTube, and why I'm mad at this bullshit system. I have not been making money from this video for 3 weeks since it went out, because it's been in escrow as I've been disputing their claim. Because I made my own song, I've never heard of their song. You can't copyright a rhythm. You can't it would be like copywriting the C major chord. In no working system should this have been possible. But what YouTube decided to do was let this person decide if I used their beat. The beat I made on camera that didn't exist before I made it, they let that person decide. And I got a message 2 days ago saying the copyright holder has decided to not allow your dispute and is going to keep the right to their work. And their work is really the operative term here because it's not their work, it's not their song. I did not inadvertently cover someone's song, I made a different beat, and the Content ID system is so broken that it attributed my completely unique beat to their beat. And frankly, a system that lets someone copyright flag or Content ID flag such a basic beat, and again, mine's basic too. I am not saying I made the greatest beat of all time, but I also don't go out there trying to flag people down for stealing my simple beats I make on my videos. This system basically asks this person, hey, do you want free money from someone doing their own thing, but we've decided is your work? And this person was like, yes, I want that free money. For a 33-minute video, for a 1.5-minute section that is not their song, that YouTube and Content ID decided was their song because it's a stupid robot and not a person, and no person has reviewed this. Because of this, they will still get to make half the revenue from this video. And you might be wondering, well, how much money is that? Well, this video didn't do great. I think this video got 1,700 views so far, and it really stalled out. For a video like that, it probably made between $5 and $8 would be my guess, and they will get half of that. So we're talking about fighting over potentially $2.50 to $4. And you might be thinking, well, that's kind of a ludicrously small amount of money to be fighting over, but I have a bigger issue. So many of the videos on my channel are improvising beats from scratch or songs from scratch. They are songs that don't exist, and then I improvise them, and then they do exist. But if this broken system continues to flag songs I've created as someone else's work when it is not their work, when I've never heard their work, and when they are not identical matching works, it is very easy to imagine a timeline where my channel is no longer sustainable. To be clear, my channel does not make a lot of money. I make about, on a normal month, $240 a month. And if I were to have to split 50% of the revenue or more of each video I make, that could easily go down to $120 a month. And frankly, if I was doing this just for the money, I would stop doing it. I do it because I like having an audience, because I like making things on camera, I like the work, I like that I get to interact with all of you, and I like that when I create things on camera and when I have this weekly schedule, I become a better content creator and a better musician, and I learn more about creating videos. But I also like that I can make some money. And there's a hypothetical future where the channel scales up to more and more subscribers, or even AdSense alone could start to generate real amounts of money, but not if I have to split it in half. So the next thing you might be wondering is, well, if you disputed the claim and they denied your dispute, well, what's next? That was my question. And it turns out I can basically appeal this decision. But if I appeal it and this broken system still sides with this person who has nothing to do with my beat, I will get what's called a copyright strike. 3 copyright strikes can take down your channel forever. Everything I've done for the last 5 years could be stripped off of the internet because I choose to fight vultures like these people, like Atlanta Prin's Run It Up instrumental tag. And maybe it's their distributor, maybe it's someone else, maybe it wasn't Atlanta Prin, whoever they are. And really at the end of the day, the bigger problem is the fact that this system even exists. That this system could falsely identify my work and then not have a real person intervene to look at the situation. And I'm not a big enough YouTuber to get special secret help. And it's frankly messed up that I would have to be a big enough YouTuber to get special secret help for such a broken system. Now I understand that so much content is uploaded every day that it is very difficult to manually review all content. I do. But once we get to the point where I could be even engaging with the possibility of a copyright strike, a real person should be reviewing the situation. And the situation is this: I make beats on camera, I improvise them from scratch using various sample packs or built-in kits from Ableton or on the devices I use like the Push or the Akai Force or the Machine Plus. I play them in real time, which is kind of hilarious. I played a beat so well that it was like, wow, a robot must have done this, like someone else must have. But Content ID is such a simple, stupid fucking system that basically it is unable to differentiate between those works. And we're not talking about copyright, we're talking about a system. Many distributors have this. If I upload my music to DistroKid, the distributor I use, I can choose to flag things as Content ID. You pay like $1 per song per year, I believe, to DistroKid. And then moving forward, the system would scan all videos on YouTube to determine if someone was using your song. I once, in the past, made $8 from someone else's video because the system falsely tagged their video as mine, as using my song. It wasn't my song at all. And so I had to reach out to DistroKid support. And I was basically like, hey, this isn't my song and I'm making money from it. And they're like, what? Wait, so you're telling on yourself to not get money because the system is giving you money that shouldn't be yours? And I was like, yes, give this person their money. That's their money. When my time comes, I will make my money, build my audience, and do what I am trying to do on the back of my work. I'm not gonna siphon off someone else's work, I'm not gonna steal their work, and I'm not gonna cheat the system to win. I believe in things built on real foundations, not broken ass, stupid fucking robots and slimy, scummy bullshit tactics like this. But here's the thing, like the reason this could kill my channel is because, again, if this happened multiple times and I have to start disputing them up to the point where it could become a copyright strike, if I got 3 of those, I would lose my channel. And the risk of losing my channel is just not worth it. Like, I really want to fight this, but like, I'm not losing 5+ years of work over some stupid instrumental and some broken fucking system that doesn't work because some asshole decided to tag a very simple, probably like GarageBand loop ass beat, which again, like I'm not saying mine was impressive either. It was tagged because it was at least similar enough. But my point is I would never throw my improvised beats into the Content ID system. I don't throw my music into the Content ID system anymore. That's true. I would hope people don't abuse this, but because I didn't want to have to worry about the hassle of allow listing my own channels and my own mediums, I don't Content ID my music. My album, There's Something Better, is not in the Content ID system and therefore could be abused. But the flip side of that is I'll never take someone's hard-earned money because that system falsely flags their work as mine. Anyway, I'm really mad about this and I don't know what to do about this. And I'm so mad at YouTube and this whole process that it's put me in this position. Because again, if it's just one video, then it's very fucking frustrating, but at least it's one time. But if this happens even twice or 3 times, it will legitimately change whether or not I can do this channel. At least how I do it. I make videos every week. That is the schedule I've given myself and I've almost never missed. Sometimes I don't have a good idea, and sometimes I just want to show people the gear I use or my process, or I just want to practice on camera. And when that happens, I decide to make a beat from scratch on camera. If I lose the ability to safely do that and make money from it and build my channel, I am not sure I can keep running this channel. And so YouTube, or anyone at YouTube if you're watching this, please manually review this situation because this is ridiculous. And also, generally, we just need to stop depending on broken algorithms that can hallucinate, that are not intelligent, that are essentially fancy autocorrect. We need to stop assuming that machines that can make mistakes should be the backbone of monetary policy, of the survival of channels, of anything. I don't open a dictionary so I can get a hallucinated, maybe correct answer. When I am trying to use a system, I want a clear if this then that response. And using a broken system like Content ID as the backbone of this whole thing, I don't know, I know, I'm being incoherent, I'm being a baby about this in some ways, but it's just bullshit. It just sucks. I made a 33-minute video, and then someone's shitty beat got flagged as my work, even though it's not. I made my beat on camera, it's a different thing. And the only way to try to dispute it was to wait for 3 weeks to not make any money from the video, to then be told the copyright holder declines. It's not their copyright, it's not their work. They don't get to decline. A person should have reviewed that. And the fact that if I want that to happen, I have to risk a strike on my channel is absolutely asinine. Anyway, I hope next week's video is more fun, and maybe I'll talk about a piece of gear or never make music on camera again so I don't have to risk this. But in the meantime, maybe check out my music. I have an album called There's Something Better. Thank you so much to everyone who's liked and subscribed. Sorry again to anyone who's offended by cuss words. I wasn't gonna do it, but I had to do it to them. And thank you so much to legitimate, cool, creative people out there trying to do their best in this world that just seems designed to stranglehold any interest in making money from your work. God forbid, you know? God forbid we try to get anything so that these billionaires can get a little less so that we can actually make a living or even a semblance of a living, you know, buy a fucking coffee from our work without some stupid robot trying to take our money. Have a good week. Catch you next time, and peace.